All right, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? So from here, we are going to uh, we're gonna play with our flask a little bit. We want to increase the amount here until that little yellow dot goes away. Once that little yellow dot goes away, that means that we got no more to increase by. And so we're gonna do the same thing with the charges. All right, that's good. We're done there. Oh, hiccups. So from here, from the Stormhill Shack, we're gonna head north. Let's run north. We're gonna take this road. And then we're gonna run off the road because we're running north. We're not following the road, we're running north. All right. And now we're gonna follow this road to the bridge. We're gonna pick up the Nomadic Warrior's cookbook. Then we're gonna head on down. Jump. Then we're gonna kill this beetle here. All right, and then you got Storm Wall. That allows you to parry arrows. I have never used it, but you got it now just in case. All right. We get Disgrace here. And we're going to rest the Disgrace.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas there is but one I can take you gathering place. Very
And she's going to take us to Round Table Hold. All right, once we're at Round Table Hold, we're going to talk to a couple of people. First of all, we're going to talk to Orin.
I teach and explore so that one ensuring either way.
All right, tell him that you see it.
Most time you are
All right, and then you can leave. All right, so now we're going to talk to Dialos. He's going to tell us he lost a servant, and then we can leave. This is Roderica. We met her at Stormhill Shack. She's looking for her purpose, and we can leave. This is Gideon. He's a dickhead. And we're going to talk to him a couple times, and then we can... Now, you want to go down there, but before we do that, there's a lot to do down there. It takes a bit of time. But we're just going to come down here. We're going to talk to this guy. He's not going to talk to us, but if we wait a little bit, he's going to give us a gesture, and then we're done. Now we can go down the other room here. and do everything down here. So in this back room here with the open door, that's Fia. She's gonna give us a hug, a buff, and a health debuff.
I am great. Perhaps you doing so. And you, do you think it where I come? Ah.
We're gonna get ourselves a hug, a buff, and a health debuff. And you don't want the buff. The buff is it's pretty useless.
What you feel it is.
So that's not why we're letting her hug us. It's part of her quest chain. So once we get done with the hug, we're gonna, in order to clear that health debuff, you need to use the buff item. And once the buff item wears off, your health debuff will be gone. If you want to keep the buff item, I don't know why you would. You can go and die, and then that will clear the health debuff, and you get to keep the buff item. But once you use the buff item, it's gone, and then you got to get another hug. And we're gonna get a few hugs from her anyway. But like I said, I mean, the buff item is not really worth keeping, to be honest. Your health's more important. He's gonna talk about Roderica, and so now we can go back and talk to her, and then we'll talk to him, and we'll talk to her again, because we're gonna play telephone. We're gonna play telephone between her and the Roderica and Hewig. We're gonna play a game of telephone.
Back already, no matter. The girl. Are you who's absurd? I refused. I don't.
So you ask him to watch over Roderica. He says no. Then you tell him it's what he wants, and then you come tell her. Right, and then if you rest here, she'll have moved, and so will Gideon. Right? And so you can go and talk to her and talk to him, and then go talk to Gideon again.
Good to see you. I have you to thank. I can happily and I'm as yet, but and if there's I search Roderica.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own. I spoke with she has it, so I told him indebted. It was all right. I'm sorry I did.
Alright. So now she'll level up your spirit ashes. He's a blacksmith, he'll level up your weapons. Alright, now we can go talk to Gideon one last time before we leave.
Then you would do stand if those were follow the guide, do so, and you.
Alright. Alright, and so now we're going to go back up to the lake facing cliffs. Alright, from here, we're going to go talk to Thop here real quick. Grab our sacred tear, talk to Thops,
Then, believe it or for
give him 10 runes.
my name, presuming only. Apology. I'm afraid. All right. I can
Talk.
tell you. You've seen that. That's the only it's after they did the academy, because you might have guessed making entry and so on. When they come. Why
Out the
not?
glintstone
I
key.
Never, and if you want you, would you I know it, but still. Find
Out the
that
glintstone
what
key.
you
Leave. Alright. Then head over here into these gravestones. Undead's gonna start popping up. Ignore it. Pick up the Academy Scroll. And just run away. Can't find anything in here. bit overpowered for where we are, so just keep running. This little fort here, there's going to be a glintstone cookbook. We should be able to pick it up. But again, we don't want to hang around. It's going to keep running. I didn't get off torrent at all. We're just staying on torrent. We're just keeping running. We're going to hit this grace. And we're going to rest. Drop the aggro. Alright. So right up here is another one of our lighthouse beacons. Or a map fragment. Where we're going to go. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get than the ones that we've got in the past. We're going to have to lure away some dangerous enemies. Alright? These guys will mess you up if they hit you. They got a bunch of arms. They hit real fast. We don't want to let them hit us. But we do want to pull them away from the obelisk. We can run back around and grab our map fragment. Should be far enough. We can head back around, grab the map fragment. Alright, so now that we got the map fragment, just gonna run. And we're heading like west-northwest on the compass. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to get our grace. Alright, now that we got our grace, we're just going to sort of wait for all that to finish flying around. Alright. See that? Right where my helmet is? That's where we're going. There's a teleporter inside there. That's the one we want. Go inside there. And once we get into these ruins here, you're going to start seeing a lot of gold bubble stuff. Alright, that's things summoning in. They are extremely powerful. We're not going to mess with them. We're just going to hit the teleporter. Alright, so after the teleporter, we head towards the glowing door. We can't go in the glowing door. We're going to pick up the meeting place map. And this grace. We're going to head out to the right. Keep to the right. Then we're going to jump onto this building here. We're going to want to jump onto this building here in front of us. Then onto the smaller building here. Then we can drop down. And then we can pick up got ourselves another golden seed. Also, going towards another map fragment. And not only a map fragment, but also a grace. We're gonna grab both. Map fragment, and got the grace. All right, from the grace, we're gonna head north to this gazebo there. All right, so we're gonna grab this piece of loot here. Magic grease. Over here, Dalios.
Hello, friend. The whereabouts. They laid the tale of idea. The tale of idea.
All right. So from this gazebo, we're gonna take this teleporter. And it's going to take us right in front of another map fragment. So we're going to pick up that and head southwest-ish from the map fragment, and you're going to get a grace. All right, from the grace, we're just going to run kind of northeast-ish. These ruins here. And then right through this fake wall. And then we're going to get a grace. All right. So now, here's EG. We're going to talk to EG.
I presume. Oh, I am an old soul, perhaps. Oh, when I'm up, if you come to, I am. You don't know. Brave this territory. When the real after Lekarian, I conjure that is why, unless you wish. I've of the engine, whatever you. I've of the engine, whatever you.
All right, once we've exhausted EG's dialogue, got our map fragment. Want to go over here, here, then we want to go here. Once we get to here, we're going to follow this road around. We're just going to head to the left, and kind of stay to the left. The whole way we're just going to be going left. And then we're going to go into here. What we're going to do. Huh? So from this rock here, you can drop down to there, drop down to there, there. And then we're going to hit our waypoints. We can get free golden rune items. We're going to take it. Because in order to upgrade our weapon that we're going to get here real soon, we need, minimum 12,000 rune. And we're not going to be doing farming. Like, that's not in the plans for us. So we're going to sit here and, farm up 100,000 runes. Right at the start. We're not doing that. Got a somber 3. Got another mausoleum here. Oh. Need to get our grace. We got a grace here. All right. Now we're going to head to marker 3. And then once we get to this marker here, we're going to be going to the Church of Vows. And we're going to meet a dog friend at the Church of Vows. So that's where we're going. Kind of a long trip to get there, but worth it. We only got to make the trip once. After that, we got our graces. We just need to do it one time. Yep. So we're just going to go up this road, up this road, up this road, into there. There's one more grace we're going to get along the way, but until then, we're just running. There's not really a whole lot going on. Just passing stuff, we're just running. That's all we're doing. Just running. We're not doing content yet. We will be soon, though. Will be soon. Where's my grace? There it is. All right. I like that it's nighttime. All right. Let's make it daytime. Last time until morning. All right. Go inside. Grab this chest here. And then we're going to talk to this dog.
You are tarnished, aren't you? I welcome. I am my apology. Do you know how it came to? Well, that is a shattering. It is here by the matrimony, and so the Erd tree. Oh, was there some? You are free. I would serve if you find it, unless in which case I. You wish to know more?
Ask about Radagon.
Came to these lands. He soon repented his territory. However, Radagon left, taking the mystery as to why, and moreover.
Ask about Renala.
She is the great. Sadly, her and then.
Ask about Renala.
How she did the grim. You would do well severing of. You know
About Radagon.
when he glimpsed this, and as such. You know it
Gun.
affirmed when he glimpsed, and as such. You know,
One more
it's said
time.
that famed when he glimpsed, and as such.
Scroll.
Oh,
Academy scroll.
very well. Let heresy all thing.
So any of the scrolls that we pick up, we're going to give to this guy. So just keep that in mind. He's the only spell vendor that just sort of like sticks around after the events of the game and doesn't get all jacked up, and you still have access to his inventory. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give all of our scrolls to him. All right. So now we're done here. Now, go back to the Third Church of America. Ooh. Behind the church. Yeah, sorry, that was a big ol' yawn. Behind the church, we take that teleporter. That teleporter is going to take us deep into northern Caelid. And go ahead and open these doors and you don't need to talk to that guy. You can't talk to that guy right now, so just go ahead and ignore him. Grab your grace. No need to rest, because we have no aggro. And get on your horse. And just ride. Ignore this guy. He'll largely ignore you. Unless you hit him, bump into him, something. Just leave him alone. And he'll leave you alone. These other little dudes here, they will also push your shit in, so leave them alone too. You're gonna pick up that golden seed, and you're gonna keep running. Run all the way down to this bridge, and we're gonna get a grace. All right. So from this grace, just gonna head north, and then curve around to the right, around the rocks. And then you're just going to kind of drift east a little bit. And then you're going to vaguely see a road. And we're going to kind of vaguely follow that vague road. You're just going to curve around to the right. You're going to hug the right side of the wall. Now down the center, there's a lot of these little poison traps. And if your eyes are like mine and starting to get a little bit old, you can't see them too good. But if you just go down to the right, you avoid basically all of them. So that's really helpful. Or if you're just not good at missing stuff, you're one of those types of people who always stands in the fire and WoW, even though you can clearly see there's fire there, you should probably hug a little bit more to the right. But, you know, for us normal folk, you know, just hugging to the right is a bit more convenient for you. So we're going to come back here. We got a puzzle tower here. The solution to the puzzle is to jump up tower and dismount your horse and drop onto this balcony. All right. Now, largely, we don't need memory stones yet, but we are gonna use them later. Our casting stat is going to be faith, largely. But that won't be until late game and the DLC. In the early and mid games, we're going to have basically no casting. But we'll get it now. If you've decided that you want to have a bunch more free will than was initially proposed, and you decided to play some sort of caster, now you have yourself a memory stone. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I know people aren't going to listen. You know, they're going to go off and do their own thing, and they're going to be on the struggle bus, which is fine. And there's nothing wrong with the struggle bus. You're going to be in good company, the struggle bus. So we're going to do exactly one ball farm. And it should be exactly none, but we're going to do exactly one ball farm. Here. And cut to the side. And there we go. So we're doing the ball farm just to show you the ball farm, not because we need to farm runes. You ever hear or see somebody say ball farm? That's what they're talking about. You can just do that over and over and over and over again. Run down there. The ball will spawn behind you. Then you're going to juke to the side around the ball. Watch the ball go over the edge. Then you're going to come back up here. And you're going to rest the side of grace. And that resets the balls. Alright, but we don't need to do anything else. Here, we're done with here for now. We are going to go to not Summon Water Village. Yeah, we're going to go to the first step. Then we're going to talk to White Mask Bar.
Oh, well, you made it. And of it? Oh, before. I fear you. I don't blame. Why not?
I'll fly straight and true.
To join with the they are.
Talk to him one more time.
So.
We're going to be cutting it a little bit close with this episode. I didn't stop my timer when somebody was at my door. I don't know exactly. Come on, dismount. I don't know exactly how much time I can go over. But we're gonna take the trap, and then from the trap, we'll start a new episode after the trap. All right, but before that, this building over here to the right, I'm gonna jump into it, drop down the hole, and you're going to grab yourself a twin blade. So if you got 18 decks and you don't want to use a katana or dual scimitars for some reason, I think maybe your mom might have dropped you on your head too much as a baby, but either way, you got a twin blade now you can use. Jump out, and then we're going to come along the left. Got a couple of dogs here to fight. And a rat. But we want to fight the dogs because largely the most annoying enemy that we're going to deal with is the dogs. Alright. Oh, dogs and the rats. Gonna grab that stone sword key. Oh. Alright, dogs are done. There's one more dog. But we might be able to get away with not having to deal with it. Or not. Dog aggro. Alright, that's fine. And then we need to be careful with these rats. There's a lot of rats in here. And they're not that dangerous. Unless we let ourselves get surrounded. If we let ourselves get surrounded by all of the rats, well then it's a problem. One rat's not a problem. 6 rats is a problem. Alright. Should be the last rat. That's the last rat. We're gonna open the door. Y is to open, not A. I'm still stuck in Dark Souls. And we're gonna open the chest. And we're gonna take the trap. Alright. So now that we're stuck in the trap, we're gonna have to get out of this cave area, which we will do in the next episode, and that will largely finish up with the running around and getting stuff, and then we'll get on to the actual content of the game. So we got a great sword left to get, and a couple of cookbooks, and a staff and a spell, not necessarily all in that order, and then we're done. Then we'll be off and into the wonderful world of the content. So I will see you all in the next video.